Oh, it's Dolce & Gabbana, first by a woman, and I have to tell you I haven't. Should I be offended by this?
Well, okay. Wait,
no woman has ever hit on me.
Are you single right now?
Okay, well,
no, I'm not. But thank you. Now, I know I don't give off the gay vibe. I know I give off the straight vibe.
Did you just turn me down?
No, it wasn't personal.
That was excellent. Do you have anything to say to your silent lesbian fan base?
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here, and I believe in gay rights, and I believe in gay marriage, and I think that all people are equal, rich, poor, gay, straight, and that's really why I'm here. It's really important for me as a gay, it's really important for me, that could have been a Freudian slip. It's really important for me as a straight person to represent as many people as I can who believe what I believe, which is equal rights for everybody.
So what are you doing here tonight?
I have no idea. I feel like joking with her right now. Well, I really, wait, I have to go all day. I got to think of something funny.
Insane. It's so
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
I thought this was the premiere for the Real Housewives show. Am I in the wrong place?
What makes you such a champion of gay rights?
I don't know that I'm a champion of gay rights. I think that I just, all I do is say what I think is right on television, and people are giving me an award for it. I never heard a homophobic remark in my family. I never heard an anti-black or an anti-Semitic remark when I was growing up. So, you know, somebody once told me that the Gentiles who helped the Jews during World War II, to a man, to a woman, were not abused as children, so they weren't afraid. It's very important. I was raised to not be afraid to speak, and I'm not.
And you know you have a big lesbian fan base. In fact, you're almost our favorite interviewer next to Rachel Maddow.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty high up.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So what we want to know is if you had any lesbian experiences back when you were young in college.
I once played doctor, but I always say this on television. I played doctor with my girlfriends, but I always was the doctor. Not because I was afraid for them to touch me, but I just was too shy, I think. But I was the doctor. Yeah, I played doctor. Did everybody? What am I, the only one who played doctor around here? I don't think so.
Well, what name out there might be interesting to you right now?
I think Lady Gaga is really taking the mantle of somebody, because I think she really does have a very deep understanding about culture and goes to places that I don't think anybody's gone to quite yet.
And what do you admire most about her?
That I think she blows out any preconceived notions about sexuality in a way that nobody's done, and I think she's really fierce and very interesting and very talented.
Does she have Madonna's mantle? Would you go so far? She's not. She's her own fan.
She's her own mantle. Okay. Absolutely. She's totally informed by her own experience.
Right. Sandra, what do you think about Rachel Maddow?
I'm friends with Rachel. I think she's amazing. She's one of the most important voices for thinking people right now, and she's fearless and bold and incredibly smart.
We've seen her, that you've been on her show.
Yes. Once, yes.
Right. And will you be appearing anymore to give your cultural wisdom?
Sure, I'll be back on again, and it's always great to hang out with Rachel. She's a great lady.
Is it just because you get the great historic cocktails at the end of the show sometimes?
Well, she's actually come over to our apartment and made historic cocktails, so, and brought us great bottles of, rye. And
can she really mix a mean drink?
Yeah, she can. It's for real.
This morning, when your character Ripley came out with a shaved head way back when in Aliens, did you know that you turned a lot of teenage girls lesbian? I was one of them.
I don't know that I can take credit for that. But David Fincher would be very amused by, that was his idea, was the film.
Cynthia, what do you think the next step in marriage equality for New York is?
For New York?
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what I think. I'm working with a group called Fight Back PAC. Fight Back New York, and the where you would go on the web is fightbackpac.com, and we are raising money and awareness to remove from office state senators, both Democratic and Republican, who voted against our equal rights.
And are you trying to back other legislators to get into office as well?
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. And we want people to understand that there are consequences for voting against our civil rights. It could lose you your seat, because in New York, if you poll the population at large, the majority of them believe that same-sex marriage should be passed. So if the majority of the state senators don't believe that, they're not properly representing the population, and there's a problem, and some of those people have got to go.
Now, are you and your partner waiting for actual legal marriage to pass?
We were waiting, but after the no vote last December, we don't really. I mean, our decided preference would be to get married in New York, but we don't want to wait forever. So I think we're probably going to end up going elsewhere.
GLAAD really tries to make sure there are accurate and inclusive images of the GLBT community everywhere, in entertainment, in politics, in news, online.
I was talking about the Pledge of Allegiance and the liberty and justice for all part in specific, and how there isn't really liberty and justice for all. So I decided not to stand or say the pledge, and I happened to have a substitute teacher that didn't agree with that and told me to stand up, and I said no, and that happened for 4 days, and then, that happened for 3 days, and on the 4th day, she said, I know your mom and your grandma, and they would want you to stand up, and I knew that that was not true.
Why did you decide to sit in the first place?
Not everyone can marry. People are voting at the LGBT community's marriage, but they aren't voting on my parents' marriage. Everyone should be equal. All people are the same, whether gay, straight, black, white, no matter what their religion is. Everyone's a person.